Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is All Rounder episode number 45. If you saw the last episode, of course, you know that I'm a bit under the weather, feeling sick. Actually, the numbers have been increasing. We now have 6 of 11 kids in the daycare that have come down with this, and now 2 of the 3 adults for the daycare have come down with this sickness. Fortunately for me, though, yesterday was the height of my feeling ill. Today, definitely on the up, but far from being over this one. I should actually be able to get all the way through this episode normally, or at least I aim to. Now, we are approaching the end of the season. It's the final day of August, or final couple days of August anyway. We have 3 classics, this one plus 2 more after, and then 2 stage races to go in our season. So very, very much coming up on the end of it. And as we hit the final 60K for this one, pace is starting to pick up. I'm getting a little bit of help from Coolin, and actually you can see that pace doing some damage. Say and I, Luke Rowe, the only ones kind of hanging on here. Not suffering. Coolin had been protecting me for a while, and then I lost control of him for some time, so let's go ahead and recover that. Peloton splitting currently as we go down to 40K to go. I think it might be a good idea to bring this back on down. Looks like field splitting, our top 3 favorites in the front pack. There's, well, back up over 100. It's yo-yoing today.
There's an attack in the leading group. Some riders were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
We have 15 riders in the break. They still have a minute, so with just 30K to go, it's not a guarantee that we're going to catch them, but the chase is coming pretty hard. You got to figure that breakaway that's been out front the whole race, probably unlikely to hang on. There's 2 little punchy sections on this street circuit that make it rather difficult. Especially when you add in the pace. We'll see. There you go. We just brought back in all but the final 3. Those 3, their chances greatly diminished now. If it was still 15 riders 45 seconds away, you'd say maybe, just maybe, but 20K to go and just 3 riders out. Not expecting anything. Okay, you can see Rowe, Rusin really struggling. I've got to be one of the few riders that's still pretty fresh at this point.
Another attack
Here
in the leading
is
group.
Martinelli, number 1 overall. Okay, well, that doesn't do it. Can we get a second observe? There it is. All right, you can see just how fatigued he is. He's wearing the number 1 jersey. We have 81 here, Remy Cavagna. Remy Cavagna is a dangerous one, and yes, you can see that, like myself, he's doing just fine. And is it just me, or are these guys attacking? Yes, they are. Let's follow this attack. Luke Rowe tried to go with it. I thought I was in a better position than this, but apparently not. Alright, suddenly we have just a handful of riders away. And I covered that off pretty well.
A team leader is falling behind.
Cavagna's attacking again, right? No? DeGent is here. That's another one. Keep an eye on him. Okay, I have a feeling there's another move coming. Yeah, I said follow the attack, but there was no attack to follow.
A rider just launched an attack. 15 kilometers to the finish line.
Yeah, that's not cool. That wasted more energy trying to chase these guys down when there was nothing to actually chase.
Able to keep up. Fall in the pack. Apparently, the leader is on the ground.
Yeah, that was a big waste of energy. Completely unnecessary. Okay, now there really are just 43 riders chasing the front 2. And I'm a bit down on energy from where I was, so little recovery ongoing. But you can see just how tired Rowe is. They are both quite down on energy right now, and we're still trying to catch those front 2. And we also still have those 2 uphill sections to come. At least one of them left.
They're all getting back in the saddle.
As we're coming up on that, it's a good chance for me to try to attack and get away. Right here. as you go through there. All right, they were ready to cover that off.
And he spurts
And we
away
have
from
a
the
group
group.
of
He's going for
3
victory.
away. This is a chance. Cavagna and Degent are with me. Imhoff is the rider left off the front. Oh, no, we've been caught. Okay, 43 riders now. 6K to go. That was our chance to get away. Here comes the next attack. Instantly, it's a group
The
of 5.
riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
4.5K to go. 5 riders. Gidas, Cavagna, Bovin, and Degent. Now Imhoff caught. 20 seconds over the pack with 3K to go. And they're sitting up. Why are they sitting up? No, guys, come on. 17 seconds. That's enough of a gap. That is enough of a gap that we could win this thing. Now it's a group of 12. 1K to go.
And they're off.
All right,
It's
I've got a
going to be
little
very
advantage over
fast.
these guys. No, I don't. Looking for 4th place.
Victory
My
right on the
teammate,
line.
Guillaume
A
Say,
real
for the
show
win.
of power.
Millier, 2nd.
We're waiting for the
Martinelli,
tailenders who continue
the
to
favorite,
arrive.
3rd. And we grabbed 4th place. It's a top 5. And a teammate victory. So actually, that's pretty dang good. Almost had that set up for a showdown, a top 6 showdown. And then they all gave up on it. And all of a sudden it came a top 12 showdown. And my teammate was among those who rejoined us for that last little go. And he was kind of the only sprinter, well, him and Melier were the only sprinters left. So they had the advantage there. And then I took 2nd compared to everybody else. I was in the position near the front. It looks like I could have gone energy-wise. I actually still had a tiny bit left. Could have gone a little sooner than I did. I didn't think my energy was going to last that long. I figured we were down low enough that it was going to burn through it really, really quick. So I did wait a little long. But in terms of what was left, it was 150, 200 meters more that I could have been sprinting. That probably would have been enough to beat Martinelli. I don't know if it would have been enough to beat those sprinters, so it would have been enough to get a podium possibly. But it's always a mystery just how much
And
energy
here
you
are a
have.
few of the key
You
moments.
get to know your rider. Of course, they evolve over time as you get the increase in attributes. I was capable of slightly more there, but only slightly. I mean, you can see just how disadvantaged we are. 76, 78, 76, 76. And Martinelli's a sprinter as well. So all 3 of those guys, for me, as a 69, 67 to claim 4th place, that's best of the rest. I mean, beating Remy Cavagna, well, he's not a sprinter either. He's me in so many ways. Fourth in the race, 21st. Don't get any bonus for my teammate winning the race, though. That's kind of sad. We're also about to hit the turn of the month, so we'll add another 65 points there. Still well short of leveling up. I think based on where we're at with turn of the months and a little bit of racing to do, we'll definitely get one more level before the end of the year, before January 1st. But that will not come with attributes, so we'll just be pushing into that next level at the start of next year. We're also just about to hit a fitness peak. That's definitely going to start before our next race, because our next race is still about a week and a half away. So my first offer has come in, and my oh my, it is actually really tempting to take. My intention, as I have not developed much, I've already gone to Continental Pro. We are far, far away from actually being competitive in any way, shape, or form, other than that I'm grabbing the odd victory and getting decent top 10s right now, which is really helping me level up. Now, if I were to go World Tour, I'd be nothing but a domestique and never getting results, so it'd be hard to get more than that 10 points a day kind of thing and just work the front stage after stage after stage after stage and occasionally go on a break. Here, Continental Pro, I'm still serving the team, but I'm almost good enough to grab some results. So, I'm getting some extra points out of it. Continental Pro, absolutely where I need to stay for now. I'm not looking to make a move to Astana or Movistar, who are trying to get back into World Tour, or even Direct Energy for that matter. The bigger teams, I go back down to that serve the team kind of position and never get the chance to lead. So I want to stay on a smaller team. So honestly, the choice is simple for me. There's two choices. There might be a lot of teams out here that have some sort of interest, all the way up to Bahrain McLaren. But for me, the choice is down to SEG or Beat Cycling Club. Beat is who I'm with now. They are retaining the big leaders, Rowe, Mobek, Rusin, so I'm not that far below those guys as a kind of team leader. And they definitely want me back. They haven't offered yet. They're offering 260 points a season when that offer comes. It's obvious I should get one anyway. But SEG has come in with an offer. 246 points is only a very small drop. It's only 14 less than what I'm getting now. It does change things up, and that is always nice. It's not the same. I won't be doing the same races necessarily if I move to another team. Jersey's a little different, so again, something a little new. We don't settle into the same rhythm. And for me, the biggest thing, a chance to ride with Gegenhardt. Oh, I'm such a fan of Theo Gegenhardt. That is absolutely one of my top 10 favorite riders in the peloton. Kwiatkowski and Gegenhardt and Gil Martin. Those three are my underdog guys that I really, really root for. There's other bigger names, more popular names that I really like. Sagan, Van der Poel, Evenepoel, Van Aert. Holy cow, that guy. So exciting. Second place in the individual time trial at the Worlds this year, after what he did at the Tour de France is just awesome. I mean, Dumoulin should be a favorite, right? He was wearing the number 3 on the day, and Dumoulin barely got into 10th place, the last position in the top 10. Dumoulin didn't ride hard for the Tour. It was Van Aert who did all the work, not Dumoulin. Anyway, I digress. Very tempting to take this one and see another team, see other colors, see a different schedule, especially when I'm only sacrificing 14 points. When I started this segment 3 minutes ago, I was ready to refuse. But talking my way through this over the last 3 minutes, I talked myself into it. I have. I think now I'm reassessing, because I had convinced myself that no, I'm gonna move. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay with Beat for a second season. Degenkolb's going to be strong in sprints at Continental Pro. He'll get some results there. Two team leaders, Bovin, that next guy. I mean, where would we fit in? No, you know what? Okay, I'm going to stick to my guns. I said no. I'm going to stay with Beat for 2 seasons. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Hopefully we'll get that offer before we start the race in about a week. All right, so it's stage 1. It's a prologue. It's the +5 race day condition. Oh, beautiful. Tour de Luxembourg. 5 stages in Luxembourg. Seems a little difficult for them to find 5 stages in Luxembourg, but here we are. Team objective, top 3. I have a 69 time trial and a 70 prologue. Where am I supposed to get a top 3 from? I do not know. But we head to the finish line on this one, and it's going to be a good time. It's second place currently. Stefan Kung just 1 second ahead. Wow. Filippo Ganna, the reigning world champion now, took 7th. Bad day for him. Imhoff down in 10th. Wallace outside of the top 10. Casper Pedersen in 5th. There's some good riders out there, but we're far from the end. I'm not even the team leader today. How am I supposed to get in the top 3 if Luke Rowe is supposed to be the leader on this one? But okay. Sounds good. So far, so good, as I'm just 1 second off the race lead, and Stefan Kuhn is certainly a difficult one to beat. And the fact that I'm ahead of Filippo Ganna by 9 seconds is massive. This could set myself up for a different race. I'm in a fitness peak, and this is the race objective. And I tied this one to the end of the season after looking at the calendar and seeing this race and the stage race right after it and my month of fitness peak, and figured that I could get maybe a couple decent results out of these 2 races. Here's Lars Boven. By the way, I've had multiple offers from teams over the last week and a half. Comes Luke Rowe. He won't be at the top. 64th for him. Mitchelton Scott, Bahrain, McLaren have both come in. Giant Alpecin has come in with an offer. Still waiting on Beat to come in with another offer. Still second, by the way, as we approach the final riders on this one. Haven't seen the numbers as Paddy Bevan comes across 8th. Here comes Campenards. He's going to be tough to beat. Just 10th for him, 9 seconds down. Here's Yves Lampart. Here's Wout van Aert. I mean, I'm in amongst the world's best. How would I get a top 3? I mean, how is that the team objective for me? How is even being in the top 25 an objective from them? I'm very confused by that. But I've done it. 2nd place. Stefan Kuhn takes the stage by a single second, and I am 2nd place overall. That will put me in the under 25's jersey, 6 seconds clear of 3rd place as well. So I was the only one to even get close to Kuhn. What a phenomenal start. But that it was entirely down to a +5 race day condition and going to the last ounce of energy to the finish line. I'm still confused as to why the team thought I should have a high finish at all. They don't know my race day condition. And if my race day condition isn't that, and even if this was an objective, even say a top 10 with the list of riders that was here, top 10 was pretty ridiculous. But okay, I'll take it. It's going to be worth points. It's just, it would have been worth a whole lot more if they were realistic with their expectations. Again, if I didn't have that +5, I'm nowhere near the top 10. Okay, there we go. Yeah, finished in the top 3 on the stage. That's just weird. All right, well, it's worth 12 points though, and it's a good start to the race. Fitness Peak started on the 5th, so we're 10 days in. We have 20 days left. We'll have no problem getting through this race, and I think we'll have no problem getting through the 2nd race, though it might be into the final week somewhere along the way on that one. There's about 4 days in between races or something like that, maybe 3 days in between the 2 races, and they're both about 5 stages long, give or take. So we head to stage number 2. All right, we're into the final 35K of this one. We have 2 sprint points here. Definitely something that I could have gone for. Not interested, though. Really not. I'm guessing the points, for one thing, are pretty limited. Yeah, it's only 2 points available there. Doesn't seem that Kuhn or I, neither one, are too interested in those points. Just going for the standings at the end of the stage. Get as high as I can up there. Now, here's the thing. So I sit 2nd overall, just 1 second down to Stefan Kuhn. That is a doable thing. And actually, you know what? There was a single second time bonus there, and maybe I should have been going for that because I'm not likely to get the bonus at the end of the stage.
5 kilometers to
And
the
I
finish
am
line.
riding as a leader outsider for the overall. That actually would have been smart. I'll remember that for the next stage. This is one of those grab a couple seconds here or there and finish high overall. Well,
And the
not
final
necessarily,
sprinters are.
and
Who's gonna be the
we're
first to the line
already...
today?
I'm this far back and never got to the front. Like, I've tried to move forward. I tried to scoot forward. The sprinters are already long gone and towards the finish.
A great win in the
Danny Van
sprint of the
Poppel takes the
strongmen.
stage. Bouani fourth. Melier was third. Case Bowl was sixth. Teammate Say was eighth. And I'm outside of the top 20. I should hold my position fairly nicely. I don't think any of those guys were up the standings, and this is the kind of race that the stages to come. There's a couple punchy ones, and it'll diminish the field a bit, but I should be able to get through them. Just the weakest climbers will not. You know, it'll still be large groups, 60, 70, 80 riders left on those couple of stages. So not a lot of guys are going to lose time. But it's also going to split up kind of who's taking time. It's not always going to be Van Poppel and Pedrovsky and Melier. It's going to be different riders taking stages. And as a result, in terms of time gained, I should be able to stay pretty high up the order. Team assignment, leader, outsider for this one. So... let's go ahead and do stage number 3 before we wrap this episode up. Alright, so stage 3 is loading up, and I've got a plan. There's 2 sprint points right at the beginning. I don't know about the second, but the first one is so close to the beginning, and because I'm wearing the Young Riders jersey, I should be right at the front. I'm going to attack immediately and ride... presumably a 99, and see if I can't get the 3-second time bonus available at the beginning of this stage. The stage itself, even though it's classified as a hilly stage, those hills are not serious. They're pretty minor. They are quite minor. It does finish on a slight uphill, so less likely that sprinters are going to take it. More likely a Wout van Aert, Paddy Bevan. Those guys, pretty strong, decent hill ratings for them. So this looks like a stage for those kind of guys. But if I could pick up 3 seconds, I could be the virtual leader. We'll see where we're at the end of the stage. Wout van Aert is going to be a real threat for the overall with these next couple of stages, and the fact that he put in a good prologue. But I like my chances of maybe hanging on to a podium by the end of this thing if I can grab 3 to 5 seconds at intermediate sprint points. Man, oh man, I should have thought about that. On that last stage, I might have a couple seconds gained already. But either way, we're in for a shout now. Front. There you go. It's 2K. 2K to go.
He broke from the pack like a greyhound.
I'm 18 seconds away already. And thanks to the technical nature, I actually still haven't even lost anything. So we've done it. 19 seconds. There you go. All the way through. That actually puts me in the lead of the points classification currently also, but not worried about that one. If I can stay away, I'd love to stay away because it's only 12K to the next one. I doubt that's going to happen. They seem to be actually letting me stay away a little bit. I wouldn't mind going high effort for 10K, staying away, grabbing 3 more seconds, and then easing up and going back to the group. 4 seconds now. Nope, okay, we're in. But mission success so far, and no breakaway currently, so there's still seconds left for the next one.
It's going to be difficult to break away now.
Field sat up big time. Here we go. Here's the next big break going. Reader, no.
It's an attack.
No. I just gotta hope this gets pulled back. It looks like that's not going to be the case, though. These 4 riders are going to be away. Stay away. 5K to go. And, yep, no chance on this one. All right, I'll move forward to the end of the stage.
strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up. The
All right,
group
so
is
we have
slowly thinning out
30K to
due such
go.
a frantic pace.
2 climbs left, plus the finish, which is uphill. I'm fresh. Nobody else on my team, though, is looking terribly good right now. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put myself behind Luke Rowe for now. And Kroll. We're going to turn the screw a little bit here. Peloton, for one thing, has split. There's just 42 riders currently, though it's yo-yoing, so no surprises that it's already come back together, at least temporarily. But as we hit the base of this Cat 3, I'm going to use these guys, turn the screw, try to split the Peloton a bit. I want some of the riders to lose time. I've got a +4 today. I should be fine to the finish on this one. So Kroll, I want him to ride hard. Might as well. I'm actually getting traded as a leader for once, and it's paying off well. Okay, Say is already done. Vermeltfort, who's been riding protection, is just about done. Kroll is now done. Let's go ahead and put Mo back onto this finishing part as we approach the top of this one. Okay, I'm down to Luke Rowe now, but that's okay. Did some damage out there. Actually, we've done a good bit of damage. At the moment, it's split the field, but there we go. Now it's 41 riders. I'm going to have him continue to ride during this downhill. We still have some breakaway riders with a decent gap. It's 2 minutes to the front rider. Depending on what sort of time they have, they very well could find themselves in the race lead here shortly. But Mobac continuing to put the work in. Peloton at about 29 riders. Luke Rowe. Okay, Vermeltfort back into riding protection. That's good. All right, now let's switch this up. I want you to follow Vermeltfort, and Vermeltfort, you're going to put the work in because Mobac's done. Put him on auto. If he can, he'll ride protection a little bit, but at least Vermeltfort can bring us out just a little bit. 2K to go to the top of this climb, and now it's going to be Luke Rowe's turn. We'll set him first to an 85, Peloton of 76 riders. This is that final climb, so Luke Rowe, I don't want to totally destroy him, but it's still 2 riders a minute 16. Is that it? Is that the 2 guys? It looks like it is, and it looks like we've pretty much closed that gap down. And all of a sudden we have a group of 15. This could be huge if we're able to keep this going. So Luke Rowe, oh, never mind, 34, but that brings it down quite a bit. And I'm looking pretty good as we prepare for the final on this one. I'll follow Rowe as long as he can keep it out front. Alright, save that gel for a little longer here. Okay, we're seeing an attack now by Campin' Arts.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
And we're seeing a lot of guys going deep already. And meanwhile, I'm not. As we prepare, 3.7K to go. Here's the next attack. Stibar, Dens. 33 riders in contention, 2K to go. Can't let those guys get too far away here. 1.6K to go. Okay, I'm in the ideal position. 1K to go. Sprint, 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 sprint. Come on, can I get a top 3? I'd love some seconds here. I've got just enough energy. I'm going to get right to the end. I'm out of energy now. Patty Bevan's first. I hang on for second. That's 6 more seconds. Wow, I just gained 9 seconds today. I will be in the race lead. Patty Bevan takes the stage. I take second. Eve Lampard third. Casper Pedersen. There's Swell Van Aert. How did I beat those guys? Jonathan Narvaez. Van Poppel is up there as well. And a lot of riders lost time today. So, small front group. So, a lot of riders drop out of contention for the GC. And then, I gain 9 seconds overall on the day, so I only lose a single second to Patty Bevan. I should not be in contention in any way, shape, or form in this race. And yet, I am going to be moving into the race lead with 2 second places. And there it is. I have the race lead now. Paddy Bevan, and you see where he would have been. I would be down to 3rd place currently, 2 seconds behind Bevan. But with the 9 seconds I gained today, I have a 7-second lead over Paddy Bevan. Kung, 8 seconds down. Gugard, Streeter up there. Van Hooydonk, Casper Pedersen up to 7th. Van Aert, very much in reach, but 18 seconds behind for him. Campenarts, it's going to be hard for him to gain time anywhere. Van Aert's definitely a threat. Van Poppel at 22 down is definitely a threat. But there's only 2 stages to go. So we're starting to run out of opportunities for anybody outside of that top 3 to gain enough time. Which means Paddy Bevan and Stefan Kung, realistically, the only likely ones to steal enough time from me to take the overall race win away from me without winning a stage. Oh, wouldn't that be something? I lead the points classification, so I've got 2 jerseys, 3 jerseys with the under 25s, 10th as a team. Nice start to this race. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, we could get that level. If we could get that level right here, we could get, at least halfway through at the end of the year and be, January working to get that next level. That'd be nice as we enter the beginning of next season. Anyway, be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.